Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, William. Good morning. Getting off to another cloudy start this morning here in North Naples. Cloudy and cooler. Yesterday we were starting out at 72 degrees. This morning we're starting out at about 59 here at Delnor-Wiggins Pass State Park. A few more waves than yesterday morning. The water's pretty churned up. We had our first little cold front came through last night. We'll be getting another one at the end of the week. Friday morning we'll be waking up to temperatures in the 40s, maybe even 30s. A beautiful mile-long stretch of beach at the park. Very quiet. Not a whole lot of people out walking the beach this morning that I've seen yet, anyways. Water temperature 72. Tide on its way in. High tide's around 11:30ish, somewhere in there up at Wiggins Pass. Yesterday morning, we did get to see some dolphins. We saw one dolphin early on in my live feed, and then we saw a couple towards the end of my live feed. Look at the edge of that cloud. Look at the glow on the edge of that cloud. Wow. That's pretty cool. Amazing. God is amazing, isn't he? Quite the artist, if I do say so myself. Good morning, Karen. Pretty good breeze coming out of the northeast right now, coming in at about 11, 12 miles an hour. It's supposed to calm down a little bit later today. Lucille, good morning. I haven't seen any of our little shorebirds out here yet. Coming up to parking lot number 1 now. So they don't open the gate into the park until about 8 o'clock. You can walk out along the shore, along the water, before the park opens. You just can't go up into the park. You have to come in down at the south end, down by Bluebell Avenue, walk out the boardwalk and walk up the beach. Every morning's different out here. Different but beautiful, that's for sure. At least in my eyes. Well, it's been about a week since we saw all this red dripped algae wash up on the beach. And it's about halfway decomposed. It's like a sponge when you walk on it here. It's buried under the sand, very soft. A little plover bird over there checking it out. A couple little plovers. Eddie, good morning. Happy Monday. Some folks heading off to work. How's your day getting started, everybody? Everybody getting off to a good start? A little beach time. You see a little blue in between the clouds there. Right now the forecast is calling for mostly cloudy skies throughout the day. Well, I know Daryl's happy with his 49ers squeaking by with a win last night. That was quite a game. Anything interesting down here? Something that I don't mention a lot during my walks is there's a lot of fossils here. A lot. If you're into collecting fossils, there's some really cool ones on the beach here. like a shark's tooth. I don't even look for shark's teeth. For some reason, I just don't see them. Little turkey wing shell down there. This is a cool looking little shell. Little clam shell opened up. Look at that. That's kind of neat looking. Judy, good morning. Beth, good morning. Beverly, good morning. I don't know if we're going to get out on the water with Boat Naples for a sunset this week. I'd like to. Thursday, we're going to have some nasty weather. Thursday, Friday. Friday, we'll probably be seeing some rain on Friday. Nice, James. That glow over there. That cloud's just been hanging there, not moving. We might get a little bit of sunlight. There's a little window there for it. A little bit of sunshine. Looks like rain out there. There's some very spotty showers. Somebody's going to get a little rain in Southwest Florida today, but it's very isolated, very, very spotty. Sorry if the audio sounds a little funky. I've got a temporary microphone that I'm using. My normal microphone that I use, the one that I normally have on, got wet and no longer works. It went into the microphone graveyard. I don't know, probably about 15 dead microphones, about 6 dead gimbals. I don't know why I keep them, but just a reminder. So until I can afford to get another microphone, I'm going to have to use this one. Yeah, it's a little bit warmer than 15 here, Donna. Sorry that you have to put up with that cold weather. Your legs weren't cold this morning with that wind? Man, that wind stinks. I know, I can't believe it. It's that wind just cutting through everybody out here. If it wasn't breezy, it'd be nice. But it's nicer than 15 degrees. I'll give you that. There's a good chance I won't be out here on Friday, especially if it's going to be raining, cold and raining. Pretty sure I had some sort of flu bug last week. Oh, I was feeling awful. I didn't eat 3.5, 4 days. It just felt terrible. Couldn't keep anything in me. So I don't want to go out here in the cold, wet rain and get sick again. Not worth it. Birds flying by. I love when they fly over me, checking me out. Wondering what I'm up to. Shells are kind of scattered all over the beach down here. See some of my little favorite moon shells, the shark eyes, but they're all broken, all chipped up. One right down there. I always find this interesting. It just looks so bizarre. This worm rock is so crazy looking. All the little worm tubes. It's beautiful, but as soon as you take it home, the color fades right out. It turns just a chalky white color. Little lightning whelk shell down here. Remember a couple days ago we found that great big lightning whelk egg casing? Well, these are the shells that make that, except the ones that make that egg casing are much larger. The lightning whelk. If you didn't see that, go scroll down, you'll see it. It's this funny snake-like looking thing. People come across them on the beach and have no idea what they are. So if you find that video or photos of it, hit that share button. A little fighting conch shell. You find lots of these on the beach here. Oh, 2 mossy arc shells side by side down here. See them? The mossy arcs. There's the third one right there. They're part of the arc family, same as the turkey wing shell. A lot of people get them confused, mixed up. If you see them together, it's real obvious which one is the turkey wing. This is the mossy arc. Little piece of a worm shell. A worm tube, a wormy tube down here. Sometimes we can find some really long ones on the beach. I found them 12, 14 inches long with the curly little tip on the end, the point. Here's another little broken piece of one. They just get They start out straight and then they get like a spiral and then they spiral into a little point on the end. Usually you find a lot of the tips. Wormy tips is what people call them. That's 2 pieces of worm shell. Got runny nose. Sun's just coming up over the buildings back there. We are going to get a little blast of sunlight here before it goes up and into the clouds. Nice sunshine, not sunlight. Blast of sunshine. Haven't noticed any dolphins swimming by yet. They could be hanging out in the pass. Or down at Vanderbilt Beach again. Just don't know where they're at. All of a sudden, poof, there's the dolphins. Up at the north end of parking lot number 3 now. Walking north towards Wiggins Pass. Not much in the way of shells now. They just kind of all disappeared along here. Donna, good morning. Happy Monday. From the beautiful mile-long beach at Delnor-Wiggins. My little piece of heaven on earth. Few shells here now. Looks like an old murex shell down here. What's left of a murex? Wow. That one's pretty worn. Looks like an old lace murex. It's just kind of smoothed off. That's actually kind of cool. The murex shells, I call it a keyhole. It looks like a keyhole, the opening on them. Every once in a while you find a big one. Usually when we get this wave action, the shelling gets a little better. Doesn't quite seem to be the case yet here. I think when that next front comes through at the end of the week, I'll try to push some shells up here. I'm sure the water is going to get a lot rougher. Unfortunately, that means it'll be washing away some of our beach. The beach up at the north end of the park is definitely expanding. Definitely spreading itself out into the Gulf. Thank you for those stars. I do appreciate that. Remember, I couldn't be out here doing this in the mornings if it wasn't for your kindness, your support, your generosity. If you like what you see, if you'd like to see my beach walks continue, please consider every now and then maybe sending a little tip, a token of appreciation, as I call it. You can find a link to my PayPal and Venmo account. Either one works just fine in the description of this post. And I also get a penny for each star that you send to my videos on Facebook. Somebody sent 100 stars, so that's $1. Thank you. But you got to pay a fee to Facebook for those, and so do I. And that's why the tips are better. That all goes directly to me versus Facebook getting 40 to 50% of the money. And I got to wait for it on top of it. So, but thank you. Thanks for hanging out with me. And of course, thanks for being a friend. I'd appreciate it if you tell your friends about my morning walks. Invite them to tag along. The more, the merrier. Nothing jumping out at me down here. A lot of crushed, broken shells right in here. I saw a little jewel box, a little spiny jewel box. I don't know if it has any spines left. Yeah, these spines, these little bumps, they get really long. They look like little rhinoceros horns, but they break off. The little jewel box. There's some little stubs of the spines that are left. Look more like horns than they usually have a little pink color inside. The jewel box. Walking into that wind. Into that breeze. Seagull pecking at a dead fish here on the beach. It's like probably one of them mullets that the dolphins have been playing with. Those dolphins just toy with these mullets. Throw them up in the air. Then they wash up on the beach. There's a lot of mullet running out there in the water now. Up a little higher on the beach. They're beautiful. Don't you wish you're out here walking with me? Beautiful sky. Even cloudy skies here are absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Spectacular. Got Mr. James driving behind me here, picking up trash on the beach like a good volunteer. He's a good volunteer. He enjoys it. Always looking for more volunteers here at Delnor-Wiggins. If you'd like to join our wonderful group of volunteers, get in touch with friends of Delnor-Wiggins Pass State Park. They'd love to have you in their family. Great organization. They do a lot of great things for the park here. Mike, good morning. Happy Monday. Feels like that wind's picking up instead of dying down. Are quite well. I enjoy taking you along for the walk. Albert, good morning. We're up in Area 4 now, at the north end of the park. Getting close to my favorite spot, Wiggins Pass. Starting to see more blue. Starting to see more blue in the sky. Look at that. Remember how thick the clouds were when we started? See an osprey way off in the distance, circling around. Look at that. Have a great day. Our skyscapes are just amazing down here. Look at that. Just constantly changing. So what, we've only seen a few seagulls here, maybe a couple terns flew by earlier. It's been quiet. I've seen a couple pelicans flying back and forth, but out over the water. It's been a quiet morning as far as our feathered friends go so far. I don't know where where they're hanging out at this morning. Yeah, sorry about that, Beverly. I wish you could be out here walking with me. Maybe the birds are up at Wiggins Pass. Thanks, Donna. Same to you. Wonder if there's any goodies up at Wiggins Pass. I never know what's waiting up there for me. Pretty shallow right in here. This is where we're getting more beach. So there's more sand getting pushed up towards the shore along here. The old crooked palm tree over there on the right. James, good morning. Get my toes in the water here where it gets a little shallower. Morning, Wendy. another beautiful Monday morning in paradise. Looking for something interesting here in the shallows. Oh, darn it. There was a whole bunch of little sandpipers and they just took off. Seagulls. There's all the little sandpipers up here. Pretty small. You see them all over there? This side of the sandbar, the other side of the sandbar. Beautiful Venus sun ray, looks like a live one. Looks like a live Venus sun ray clam. Beautiful shells. tasty. Tasty clams, the farm-raised ones. Wiggins Pass, dead ahead there. Vanderbilt Beach over on the other side of the pass. Wishing you were out here. Wishing you were out here walking with me. Wouldn't that be awesome? The tide's just getting higher and higher. There's a couple little snowy egrets up here. These are the first ones I've seen this morning. One right there, scooting by. Another one coming down the beach here. Its little yellow feet. And its plume up on top of its head, all windblown. These birds almost became extinct. People hunting them just for their feathers or hats. It's breezy. Turn this way. This feather is just so soft. Moving along. Pretty much covered the whole beach there, the whole Gulf side of the park this morning. That's pretty cool. We started down by the flag down at the south end. It's windy up here. It's windy. It's it. Woof! Windy as the dickens up here. See those flags blowing here. That is. It looks like a raptor. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely amazing. Oh, off it went. Unbelievable. That was incredible. That was amazing. You don't see that very often. Man, I wish I had your lens.
Your Robb cut.
What's that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
That was amazing. They're just so funny looking. They're beautiful. I have not seen them like them here. I've seen lots of them up a little further north, you know, up around Venice and stuff, but I've never seen any here.
So good to see that you do exist.
I love my beach. That was amazing. I dropped that into GPT, whatever you call it, and find out make sure what kind of bird that was. All right, I'm gonna call it a morning here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being a friend. Remember, I can't do this without your help. I do depend on your support to make ends meet each month. Tips, Facebook stars, tips preferred. No fees for us, either of us, with the stars. Facebook charges for those daggone stars. So if you like what you see and like to see these walks continue, think about maybe sending a little token of appreciation every now and then. You can find a link to my Venmo and my PayPal account in the description of this post. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for allowing me into your lives and onto your screens. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay strong. Tally-ho, my friends, tally-ho. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. May God bless you, your family, your friends, your fur babies, everything and everyone in your lives. God bless our wonderful, beautiful, and amazing country. The place that I so proudly call my home. God bless America, one nation under God. Keep her in your prayers. She needs them now more than ever before. Tally-ho. Tally-ho.